NIP trying to take this series against MIBR.
Yeah, getting right into it here. NIP won the 9th round, and they're going to be starting on the CT side. MIBR on the T side, and they don't have that much to work with. Smoke and a couple of flashbangs, so that really suggests, I mean, that it might be a little bit of a setup, but once those go out, Fall is in the middle and everyone else on the other side. So that could even be sort of a hallways, you know, just flash everybody in. Guessing he's going to be throwing those out from quite a range just to make that work.
And that's the exact setup this looks like. Fur's already jumping in towards window, 3 players coming up the stairs. Could be a Halls play, could be a lot of bodies coming out Boiler as well. Taco and Mayor are going to start shifting.
See if he's going to be smoking Little Pit or over towards the library. Oh, he's going to be smoking the other side instead, I think. So, oh, it's a little bit late. Lekro with the opening, though. He's down in the pit, and that's not great. If you want to do this push, if you're NIP, you need to shut it down quick. And Lekro with one more headshot. Twist will take down one as well. And now they're really slowed down, MIBR. Just the early couple of kills there for the Swedes. We're almost done it. Brave jump down. I'm shocked that he's still alive. But what can they do from this point on? Backup is here. Everyone's here from the B bomb site, and they're just getting completely crushed in this round. 3rd kill for Lekro. That's a hard shutdown. It's
that first kill from Lekro that just slows everything, and I think MIBR realized once they're trying to make their exit with those flashbangs, there are way too many USPs trained in their position. One in the pit, one in graveyard, and they just had nowhere to really go.
It's so interesting that it seems like such a, you know, just a thing you do. You throw flashbangs over the building into the A bomb site, but it really matters where you throw them because, you know, some of them will flash, you know, players in certain positions and not in others. And if you guess wrong and you only have 2 flashbangs, it's definitely an issue. NIP off to a good start.
Oh, KNG down to 1 HP. The nade stack doesn't pan out. He's just going to pop flash his teammates through that smoke. First seems a little bit blind. Twist spamming through. A lot of pressure is going to be put onto Rez. He's alone in the bomb site for the moment.
Bit dinked as they jump around the corner, but nobody from NIP has gone down. And KNG with his 1 health left. Was hoping that someone else would step up to the plate, not let him be left with all of it. And not this time. Again, any kind of a kill or little details matter at the end here. Maybe could be Twist, but he's going to survive as well. So NIP not just winning the pistol in the follow-up, but Flawless is winning the follow-up. This is a whole new world here.
Yeah, this is quite nice for NIP. 2-0, plenty of cash in the bank already. And some smiles. We have not seen a lot of smiles out of them, so continuing that momentum from taking Vertigo. And this time MIBR, another 2nd round full investment, and they just have to sit back with pistols.
Yeah, there's not much else to do. I'm enjoying this, and the odds actually reflect the change as well. NIP is the first time we've seen any odds favoring them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've got it lined up now. Should be a clean round here. They've got 3 SMGs on the NIP side that can just start to make money, and again, should be winning against these unarmed opponents very easily. 1
flashbang on Fallen, so another attempt. This is, I mean, all 3 rounds have essentially been some kind of a pop flash play.
Yeah, and I mean, they could try and pop flash middle, but no one's going to be there, so... Normally, this is the kind of defense that I wouldn't really appreciate for the CT side, but when you're up against pistols, it's fine.
Well, Lekro needs to stay alive. This looks like MIBR is trying to set up for a mid to be split with these pistols, and that's an easy kill from Lekro. A reposition into an off angle. He sees another one. Still, that flashbang is in Fallen's hands. I think he wanted that for top mid, but once that hit towards Rap side has been shut down, they might as well come back. 3 players, throw your bodies at the problem, see what you can get. Famas on the other side of mid first got 1 kill, but I don't think you're going to build anything on top of that. Fallen, the last remaining player, flashbang never utilized.
Yeah, he's let everyone else die beforehand. They just bought it as a souvenir. Just didn't even do anything with it.
Flashbang would be an interesting souvenir to collect. Do you collect anything on your travels? I've got shot glasses.
Shot glasses, all right. No, not really. I guess event badges, that's kind of it. Not really. Okay. I wouldn't want a flashbang langer. Just, you know, what do you do if it
accidentally goes off?
Yeah.
That'd be awkward. Well, the crowd's getting into it, and we're getting into the first gun round. 3-0 for NIP. Mayor going to take point at Banana. Molotov tossed out to prevent any aggression. Nothing coming. There's 3 players to start out on the defense at the B bomb site.
3 people B is a little bit uncommon, especially when they stick around. It's one thing to escort a couple of people there, but with the double grenade, a little bit slow, and then they were just waiting it out. If they could have been aggressive, they would have walked right into a lot of damage there. And now it looks like Nork at least thinking about falling back. They're really holding this much longer than I was expecting, the 3-man setup.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Twist, you might as well boost knock up, and then so you have him in a great position so you can be the one to rotate off with that AWP, but there's a lot of utility they can cycle through to keep this choke point delayed as long as possible.
Rez and Lekro, though, are falling very far back. So now they're in this position on the CT side where they don't know what's happening anywhere. No idea on Banana, no idea top mid. That means they can't rotate quickly to the A-bomb side if they need to. And it's not exactly great.
It is a lot of manpower at B for this long into the round. And it might just pay off. For Fallen and Mayern backing away from mid, just having presence there, throwing the utility. Taco's going to be left to lurk, but they're walking right into the stack. 3 smokes, 3 flashbangs, no Molotov to flush anyone out of a position, and here we go.
Yeah, they need to wait for that smoke, or Twist might get an easy shot on someone. The timing is nearly there. Nork boosted up, and he's going to get the one with the SMG, but now the smokes are in effect. And they're hunting for it. Twist up on top of the coffin, still able to pick a kill. That's huge. 15 seconds on the clock, and backup is being called for Lekro and Rez. Actually, they're still waiting around over at the A site. They're very, very slow here. And the bomb now finally being planted. He's trying, but he's not going to get it in time. It's a good kill for Nork, but a second early, and they would have won the round right then and there. Can they make this happen? Lekro coming in from Banana, and Nork just edging at that kill. I don't know if Fur couldn't see him or not, and a headshot from the FAMAS, and NIP will pick up a 4th round. That was... I mean, that actually worked out way better. I thought that rotation from A was going to be way too slow.
Well, I mean, that feels like it's just a hard read from NIP. If they're just going to sit 3 players at that B bomb site the whole time, like they were very confident that was always going to end in a B play, even with the smoke and the flashbangs tossed up towards brackets. You mentioned not a whole lot of information for the 2 A defenders who were basically just holding that whole bomb site on their own. But they didn't even need anything because no bodies were committed. They didn't need that information. It might even be better that they didn't have it.
It worked out very well. Twist and Lekro again over on that side. Another 3-man stack towards the B-bomb site. And they're going to go, looks like a little bit more aggressive, throwing the grenades down to the bottom of Banana. And Fallen just avoiding all the damage. Same could not be said for Blobsky and Rez. They took at least a grenade and a half there. And now they're falling back into a more common setup in IP, I would say.
Yeah, certainly. Lekro and Twist gonna just switch positions. Twist with that op playing inside the site. Lekro's gonna get in position inside pit. Still MIBR with control of Banana, but not really doing a whole lot with it. Content to just keep control of logs. And this is when, I mean, the slow-paced round that MIBR is coming out with, the nades become a question. 3 smokes, 1 flashbang left.
Yeah, they could set up it's basically one thing, but once that's done, there's no more faking it. You've got to follow through. 45 seconds on the clock, and it looks like they want to wrap around Arch here, and if they can beat Twist, he's very quick indeed with the AW. He's going to take one, doesn't get the follow-up flick, but there's only 35 seconds. They need to move. They need to get into this bomb site right now, and still down in that pit is Lekro, and he was very good already in this game. See if he could do a little bit more. 28 seconds, and they're being slowed down yet again here, MIBR. They don't have the grenades to really push them out of these positions. I don't know what they're going to do. 20 seconds, and Rez waiting on the one side of the smoke. They're using all of their attention on Lekro. 16 seconds on the clock. Finally trying that bomb plant. I can't believe that KNG. He follows up with a headshot. This should not be happening. MIBR, how do they turn that into a victory?
No, that's going to be a replay that NIP watches and just says, we did everything right, and then just got deleted by KNG. A heroic performance to crack open that bomb site. That'll be the first round for MIBR, but that was not a clean round. That did not look like they had the right reads, the right attack, and they still come out on top.
Yeah, I actually like almost nothing about that from MIBR side. That looked so telegraphed, and it looked so slow, and they were getting orbed as they were getting into the bomb site, and then they were just shooting at Lekro through the smoke. This is not good.
Yeah, the one thing, that was maybe the only thing I really did enjoy out of that round was the smoke over towards Lekro's position at the broken wall, because they didn't have the nades, didn't have the Molotov to do any damage or force him out into the open, so at least block his vision, so you neutralize the crossfire. You force him to swing wide into an angle that cannot be supported by the other player. Twist with a couple of nice kills as Fallen was trying to wrap around this defense, but it's these. That is so precise. He has very low HP. If he does not hit that shot on knock immediately, it's over.
Great round to be winning for MIBR. Just, again, don't want to be starting with a string of losses like this. Most especially on Inferno for them. Let's see if they could do it one more time. I mean, that was a round that started horrifically for them, and it worked out well at the end. Plowski and Nork at top banana with that AWP being set up. It's a pretty good grenade. They have almost no grenades over there at the B bomb side anymore.
Yeah, they've used a lot, and they got forced away, even though they did some damage in return. Banana control again for MIBR. No fight has really been mounted at the car, at the, I should say at the board, or at the sandbags. And quiet on the map. Taco lurking towards the A halls. Might try and find a timing to peek into those rotating defenders, but he's given away his position.
Look at where Twist is at top mid. That's a position that they have to eventually, like if they want to do anything that, you know, that isn't signaled, they need to push Twist out of this position. Because as long as he's here, they're gonna like now they're rotating Rez all the way over towards the B bomb side at least, and they can keep doing that as long as he's holding this with the AWP. Flick doesn't really connect, and at least they force him to fall back a bit. But now they also know that he was there the whole time looking. 30 seconds, and that's a bit awkward for Fur.
Yeah, he's stuck, and he doesn't even really realize it. And they're going to come right back to the B bomb site. And again, NIP has the read. 3 players here. Knock, Plopsky, and Rez on defense. Even without utility, actually just one flashbang on Knock in the back with the AWP. But this triple setup, although Rez's attention is going to be taken away by Taco, missed shot from Knock, and that could spell their doom. Plopsky up top, 1 kill for him, and there's no time. They waited way too long. Even if they get the kills, they can't get the plant.
Wow. I mean, on the kill front, it could have been working. They just needed 5 more seconds, and that would have been maybe fine.
But this is why people at time have just, it feels so eerie that MIBR are just not comfortable on this map. This is why we talk about their struggles, because, I mean, the clock timing running down, that happens so frequently with MIBR, and that just makes it feel like even if they have the call of what to do, they don't really feel comfortable in pulling the trigger and just executing it. That could have been called, you know, a little bit earlier to make that doable.
And they had Taco over at the arch position, so if they had actually made it in for a bomb plant, it would have been really interesting. A lot of grenade damage, or some grenade damage being taken by MIBR once again. Back to a similar kind of setup. But yeah, just as a sort of minimum, again, we were talking about fundamentals earlier, but the way that Twist is holding middle, and he's doing it once again now, if they don't find a way to stop him from doing that, a lot of what they're going to do is going to be probably, yeah, it's going to be telegraphed. Like, Nip will know before it happens, and that can't be the case.
One bright spot for MIBR, even in that loss with the kills they got, the money again. Oh, what a shot. Rez just backed up a little too far. I don't even think he realized that that was a possibility. Smoke comes out from Taco. Lekra over the top, though. He brings it right back. 4 on 4.
But this should be something that they could manipulate a lot, MIBR now. 2 on A, 2 on B for NIP trying to defend, and there's going to be 4 people coming, looks like maybe for the A bomb side here. KNG's just waiting up there. That smoke is going to clear out soon. And then, what can Twist even do to help out Lekra at that point in time?
Not much. He's got to be kept very honest. Oh my god, a missed shot as Fur just slowly crouches into it. It was so slow, I don't think he understood the timing. That one's just a full-blown miss. And Lekra, he's got it all. Fallen's at low HP with a wide angle, and another miss for Twist. And yeah, that's a death slam. 3 critical misses from Twist, and MIBR's into the bomb site.
He definitely had some opportunities, and he's played an amazing best of 3 so far. You have to imagine that's very frustrating. 2 of the orbs being saved here for NIP as MIBR will find a way in. And that was, I mean, I think that was just a good call for the Brazilian side.
It was a good call, but it feels like, I mean, with the missed shots from Twist, like that, it almost feels like that shouldn't have worked that well. Fur just coming out of the smoke, so slow, crouched. The follow-up misses as well. There were plenty of opportunities for NIP to shut that down quickly. 5-2.
Yeah, they're obviously not going to go look for any fights here at the end. Not really worth it. So, second round. It's a very open game at the moment. 5-2. It's not really clear to anyone who's going to be running away with it. Twist is at 10-2, so I guess we could forgive him a couple of missed shots. He's played a pretty good game so far.
So far, yeah, but those are the ones, I mean, remember, those misses could have a pretty big effect depending on what NIP chooses to do around this double op. They may want to buy just because of the strength of those, but regardless, even if they don't, those misses could end up costing them 2, maybe 3 rounds in the future.
Yeah. I don't know. Not quite. He saved the desk.
That was definitely a swear word, though.
Yeah, in Swedish.
Definitely.
I don't think they have swear words in Swedish. I've never heard that.
5-2. MIBR trying to get back into this, and it is a full investment around the double op. 2 SMGs with utility, a deal on Lekro. But a big round for this third map. The first really important round of Inferno.
I think they're going to try and boost over the half wall over at Banana. Just standing there for a minute.
Even when they've had bodies, they have shown hesitance to push out of top Banana.
Twist. I don't think he can make it back there, right on top of him. And now there's just a Deagle left in the bomb site. That's a power play for MIBR. Good headshot to follow it. And if he could have got the follow-up, it would have been wild.
Calling the save as well. Preserving the op, preserving the armor and utility and the kits. Can't even blame NIP. If they get wiped out here, that would be brutal.
That was Mayan just making it work.
We should keep our eyes on Twist's performance from the rest of this game. The 3 misses in the previous round were huge. He just missed another one coming up mid. He's going to be not criticizing, but he's going to be frustrated with those shots not connecting, not landing.
Especially in a moment like that where you don't even get a chance to fall back and follow that up. You're just under pressure the whole time. Good job though. 5-3. And things are starting to look so much better for MIBR. We've been talking about this many times, you know, when are they going to actually fix this? And if it's now, it's not great for NIP, but it would make this team such a different team, because the fact that they have had this problem with Inferno for such a long time, in terms of the pick ban, especially playing against the top of the world, that can be an issue.
I mean, it's one of the longest standing issues MIBR's had since their kind of downturn, I guess you'd call it, has been they haven't really been able to build any kind of map pool that makes them feel like a dangerous team in best of threes. It's always been the question is what are the maps they like to play, and this is one of those maps you have to have in your pool, which is why they've been so stubborn about making it work, but not quite there yet.
Yeah, it's not exactly great if you're just giving the other team a free ban, essentially. They already know that. KNG, I think you're listening to a lot of jumping on the other side, but we're not really able to connect. The grenade will do a bit. Oh, that was a headshot right through the wall.
That's a very low percentage play from KNG. I don't know if he was trying to come through it and just got lost, but not able to be effective. Op posted up on knock. The only defender of this B bomb site. Plopsky's rotated away. They want to stack 4 towards A, but here it comes. All on the rookie.
He's going to miss the first opportunity, and now he's just trying to... Oh, they're actually all coming for him. He stands close, and Plopsky there to follow it up. The MP9 at medium range, but that worked way better than you were expecting, and somehow they're right on top here, NIP. Fallen, 1 versus 4.
And he needs to be aggressive. He needs to be able to thin this crowd before they can really box him into this bomb site.
He's wild with some of these things, but Twist will not miss this shot. Going to swap out for the AWP.
That's really unfortunate for MIBR. That might have been the worst call they could have made on how to attack that B bomb site. Obviously didn't know it going into it, but with just Plopsky there, they could have just let him survive. They could have just backed away after getting the kill. Plopsky was able to get back just at the perfect moment to add 1 more kill on top of it.
Wow. If you bring up the scoreboard at any point, it's not exactly obvious why this game is 6-3. Just look, MIBR have so few kills that you would think it would be much worse. And 6-3 is kind of acceptable. Like it's not that bad.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in the 3 rounds that they've won so far, NIP has saved seven weapons, or 7 players have survived those rounds.
That's true.
Just bailed out, so just not even being presented with the kills in some of those 1 rounds. Or presented with the opportunity to get them.
Plopsky actually being a little bit more aggressive here, Banana. We're talking about how they weren't really fighting for it, but this time at least they're a little bit further up. And that actually allowed them to get some great grenades in towards the middle there. So just taking a slightly forward position. Taco looking almost into the A-bomb side up from the apartments. That's also a nice position to have if you can sneak in a kill there. So far not getting it. I think he saw that. I don't know if Mayon saw it, but Plumsky, I think, definitely knows what's going on the other side and wants to capitalize on it. And somehow that flick, we're going to need to see that from his point of view.
That was so fast to adjust the aim. That's going to force Lekro to rotate through CT spawn all the way back to the B bomb site. Him and Nock to join up. Ooh, missed shot from Fallen. Twist back on the board. And good damage onto Taco, although Mayron's got a very dangerous angle. They're wrapping around. Fur had it, but a big win from Rez. Traded immediately, and now it's Twist. We talked about his struggles. He's got to step up here. There's the first. Taco going to try and peer over the smoke, and Twist just trying to survive as long as humanly possible. Lekro is about to arrive, about to get involved in the action. Kanji's waiting for just that. Good shot from Twist. Making things up still, and Taco applying the pressure now. 1 versus 2, the no-scope. It lands. And redemption for Twist, 7-3.
Redemption in a big way, 15-3. That was very impressive. So, yeah, missing a couple of shots, but you're right, this absolutely makes up for it. 7-3. And the little detail, the smoke and the flashbang, just buying time, that is really well played.
Yeah, unfortunately, it almost lured Lekro into a really bad fight. It caused the KNG and Taco to both pause and just stare towards Library. They knew what was coming. But still, Twist able to deliver. Fast pace towards the B bomb site. They're going to halt for the moment. I don't know if they miscounted their utility, but they don't actually have a smoke for the cross at the B bomb site. They used one to put out of a preemptively to put out a Molotov, and there's no Molotov.
Yes, presumably then the whole play was for if NIP were pushing on the other side behind a Molotov, and that just wasn't the case. Twist trying to see if they can hunt him down once again, but this time he's a little bit quicker. And yeah, now you have to assume that it's gonna spiral out of control here. A lot of counter grenades coming out. Not a lot for MIBR to work with.
Oh, I think Lekro might have even been blind by his own teammate there, maybe just a little bit, but he was gonna seemingly go down no matter what, and Mayron's able to pick up the M4. This could be huge. That's a headshot angle against the AWPs. That's a big win right there. Rez is at low health. This round has gotten so dangerous, and Rez doesn't even realize he's visible, and the Deagle's just not working. Fallen is going to be frustrated, and that's a head-scratching exchange.
Where in God's name are the bullets? It's Taco going down, and Rez will turn it around. Oh, God, I need someone to come and investigate this for me. I'm losing my mind. Mayor now down in the pit, and I just cannot even explain this.
Science can't explain that. I don't know where those bullets went. I don't consider myself a master with the Deagle, so I won't presume to understand, but that shot right there, maybe the first two missed, but he lined up that third one. I am just shocked.
Oh, man. That's rough. That's so tricky.
It doesn't even make sense. 8-3. NIP seem revitalized after that Vertigo win.
Yeah, that is the positive thing I think we've seen so far on day 2 here in London is it's just what a team NIP could be if things work out well. Twist is at 17-4. And that's in spite of the fact that he probably missed 3 kills earlier in the games. That could have been 20-4. 20-3 maybe. He's playing great game. That's what I want.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that one. Leave the math at home.
Yeah.
Well, Kanji's at least forced back Nock for the moment. You can see now with a man advantage, no reason for NIP to stack one of these bomb sites. Just play a pretty standard defense. MIBR, again, they've used smokes to get into these positions, but that leaves them with nothing to actually attack the bomb site. They have they have Molotov flashbang. That's it. Decoy on Fallen as well, but nothing that's going to block off an AWP, nothing that's going to force Lekro away. He spots the shoulder. Good headshot from KNG.
So that's a very awkward exchange. Both of them at a bit of an off angle. Twist and Rez now crossfire. The bomb is down 20 seconds, but Twist can't help out this time, and Rez is in so much trouble. And they jump right on top of him. That's a good little find there for MIBR now. Just need the bomb plant, obviously. Don't forget about that.
I think Nock needs to just back away. He seems to be creeping closer.
Not worth it, is it?
You know, you're going to want this AWP. Money's not pretty. Everyone's going to have to invest whatever they've got in the next round. So despite some of the struggles that MIBR's had, this fourth round that they're going to get is going to put NIP on that breaking point. If they can reset them here, you can creep that scoreline so close going into the second half.
Good couple of kills for KNG in this round. That really made a huge difference. The fact that they were able to open up that side.
That's the second time it feels where KNG's had like critical kills attacking that A bomb site, where it just feels like they've been locked out, and actually there's no chance they're going to have success at the bomb site. But then KNG comes out with some stellar plays to open it up.
Yeah, I agree.
So even though he's not lighting up the scoreboard, he's only got 6 frags. 4 of those have been in 2 really desperate rounds at the A bomb site.
I mean, he got dinked as well. That's not easy. A little bit worried about the time towards the end of this one. Ultimately, they came out on top.
I think that's just one of the stresses that MIBR is always going to inflict on you, on Inferno.
Yeah, it's the way they like to play, apparently. I mean, you can play that style if you know what you're doing. And if you don't, it just looks really silly.
It just looks very silly. Look at the ADR on Twist and Lekro, actually. 100 ADR on Lekro. That's sneaky, but Twist you can understand. 17 and 5 for him. Here we go. Round number 13 kicking off. All rifles for MIBR. 2 Kriegs and 3 AK-47. The last buy of NIP. Nox got 2,200, but that's the most on the team. Everyone else is pretty low.
Immediately putting that one out, but that also obviously reveals his position, and Rez had that down to a science. That's really good spray coming through, and he's back around the corner. Maybe should just, cancel it now. I don't think there's any point in continuing this fight if you're Rez.
Look at all the damage that's been done. Yeah, I mean, Rez obviously can't know he's done this much, but that's a fantastic start to the round. 1 kill.
And basically another one on top, just spread out across 2 people. It's pretty good.
Yeah, MIBR so softened up. Even with the nades, this is not looking pretty. Lekro and Rez set up a crossfire over at the B bomb site. The AWP on Twist hand still on Rap side, and Nock will have a fast rotation to the B bomb site if it's necessary.
Again, Twist is just looking into top mid.
Sees nothing.
Yeah, that amount of communication, and that should give NIP a pretty good chance to get an early rotation in if they need it. Looks like they might be coming right through the smoke. They're sitting inside of it, and there it comes, and actually almost catches Lekro. They might have been able to just straight up kill him at the turn, and now instead, letting him go for a minute. Should be able to get a bomb plant here, but 4 on 5 could be a tricky after plant. Nobody's coming from the one side. Oh my god.
That's a swing in and a blind shot. That's the bomb down, and I mean, that's crazy. MIBR bullied NIP to get into this bomb site for free, and then the plant just being stopped like that is heartbreaking. Twist, the smoke just clears. He's got no more cover, and now he's a little bit locked in. But it's Mayern with low HP who'd be able to punish such low health on MIBR. It's got to be all headshots for them. Fallen goes down, and Mayern with the double kill, but he can't swing out wide. He can't do anything. They've got him. Lekro's got the last 2. A 9th round now for the Ninjas.
Lekro with a good triple in that round. They had a lot of people at that bomb site very quickly, and of course, getting that first kill of your Twist, that's huge. 9-4. They're doing such a good job right now, even as they make it in the air.
That was the big round for MIBR to have a pretty strong first half. This has been 4 of the last 5 going to NIP on defense. They're looking very, very strong. As you said, 9-4. 2 rounds left in this opening half of Inferno.
It's not an enormous amount of money on NIP yet, but then again, it's not really for MIBR either. So whoever wins this round, it could maybe give them an easier time of it in the 15th, which is always good. I mean, 11-4 would be an amazing first half for NIP. If it's MIBR, on the other hand, I mean, if they end up at 6 rounds here, that's pretty amazing, all things considered as well. That'd be great. I think Fallen's got 1 kill so far in the first half. Taco's got 3 kills, so yeah, 6 rounds would be really something. A little bit further back on the defense for NIP, though.
Much further back. This time, Twist doesn't have that information towards mid. MIBR is able to establish some presence there to make this defense feel a bit of pressure. but with no bodies actually close towards mid, there's a whole lot of strategies available to MIBR. They have that deep smoke that kind of gives the indication of a split through CT spawn to the B bomb site. Knock has rotated and cheated into CT spawn. Twist is in library, so he can provide support if they do attack that part of the map. But these smokes are going to clear relatively soon, and MIBR, they might actually just use this to wrap around. They have fooled Twist and Knock.
Yeah, Rez and Lekro, they're the only ones that can really stop this right now. They need to get a kill and, again, just buy time. And how do you do that? They're coming in from every angle. 25 seconds, and they're running for it. Lekro gets a kill, but Rez is down and out. And now he's in the pit alone. There's no chance for any backup. He has to fight this all on his own. 18 seconds, he gets a shot mid-air on Mayan, but Taco is there to pick it up, getting another kill. So will be a bomb plant here, surely. 10 seconds on the clock and trying for a bit of a wall bang. A 3-on-3 for the retake. And
they have to decide if they want to go for it. Remember, this is the money. If they lose this, everything's gone.
I mean, surely they will. Like, they have to feel like this is going to be doable. They're pretty close by. They do have a kit on 2 of the players and a Molotov. Let's see if they can find a way in. Taco's in the pit, and he's a powerful position. He's going to get one more headshot. Now, I was going to say, now it might not be doable any longer. I don't know how you want to try and break this one down. Fallen with an easy kill there on Plopsky, and Nok definitely backing away. I don't know. I think that was a hard call for NIB to try and back off.
I mean, it's because you have 3 players there, you just don't want to save that, but look at the consequences. And obviously, it's an easy thing to say after the fact, but they lost a lot. Even when just Twist goes down, those last 2 players can just bail out and go pick up that AWP, but this makes the fight in this final round, as you mentioned, it's going to be very difficult.
9-5, that's, I mean, saving 1 gun there at the end, 1 rifle. Not exactly amazing.
Now, they did win one of these rounds, NIP, previously, where they had 2 ops, a couple of SMGs, and a Deagle. They were able to pull that out. So they've won a low econ buy in the past.
Back to that 3-man setup over at B, with Rez and Lekro pushing aggressively in apartments. That seems like a huge risk when you have 3 at B, because if they go down here, the round is not even going to be contested, is it? Pushing forward with the AWP, and the flick doesn't connect, and luckily for them, there's no one there to spam through the walls up there. So it is risky, and we've been saying they should take some risks, so maybe we should just applaud them for it. But
yeah, can't criticize them now. Good pick from Fallen. Lekro really wanted to get something done with that AWP. Oh, and Kanji's going to spot at least 2. He might even call out 3. But actually, I don't think he must not have, because no one from MIBR is trying to take advantage of the 8 bomb site. Mayron's actually pushing. That's the bomb. The bomb is on the ground in Rez. How aggressive does he want to be gapping the smoke? He cannot repeat that. But a man advantage back to NIP. And MIBR, if they actually hit this, if they go fast, 50 seconds left, so they're going to walk the whole way, but they don't realize there's no one defending the B bomb site. Plopsky's going to hustle back.
He's got an M4 and a smoke. Could he do anything really to stop them? They're already setting up. I don't think they're going to be backing out now. They're going to see the first grenades coming in, and Plopsky will call it. It's time to move. Rez looking in the middle now as well. He knows no one is on that side, and now they're just waiting. Can they stop the bomb once again? He's got the right angle, and oh, he gets saved. Taco was there. Last couple of rounds for Taco has been huge, and 3-on-3 for the afterplan. Nork and Rez on the one side, Twist coming in up against that AWP of Fallen. How do you win that battle? Fallen's been having a rough time of it, but he's going to hit that shot no problem. And Twist is out of the retake. Taco goes down next, then a 2-on-2, but that bomb has already been ticking for a little bit here. And First got a great angle against the AWP. Instant headshot to take him down. And Nok, a young guy on the team, 1 versus 2. He's going to smoke it off and try and apply a little bit of pressure and spamming through the smoke. But again, they're just hiding back there. And out of bullets, out of time, 9-6 in favor of NIP. But that is a really great result at the end for MIBR, you've got to say.
You've got to be happy with 6 if you're MIBR, considering the way this half has gone. And that's a really gutsy comeback right at the end. 3 of the last 4 rounds going to MIBR and off. Now they switch over to defense. And now it'll be interesting. This is where you'd expect Fallen. Remember, he had 4 kills in the first half. This is where you'd expect that op to be a bit more impactful. He's also about a CZ in this pistol round.
NIP have bought 3 smokes and 2 Molotovs and 2 flashbangs. That is a lot of utility for a pistol round. Yeah, that is threat, isn't it? Yep. Just ready for it. Mayan immediately jumping in. I think he was flashed over the building to try and take this peek, but no one really dared to fight. And now it's getting a bit awkward at the same time. He's already got tagged. NIP, though, they almost have to slow down behind that much aggression to see, well, what's going on?
There's a lot of risk being taken by MIBR in this pistol round. That push in towards Halls, you can see the result. Mayern is gushed, but then KNG just running across middle, delayed, just to have some information. That could have backfired spectacularly.
he's got the position for the C-sets. Surely, I mean, if he could put smoke down at the right timing, he's already put it down. And they can wait if they want. I mean, they already used 2 of the smoke, so that is really unfortunate. Do they want to try and come through? It looks like they will, and that's CC. It's a team kill instead. It doesn't really do what we were expecting. And there's more backup here. Taco's already flanking them, but he's making a lot of noise, and Twisty hears it, and that Glock will take care of business, no problem. The bomb does get planted. It is a 2-on-4. NIP looking like a very, very strong start here in the second half. Fur and Mayan, what could they possibly do to get back into the bomb site? Klopski finding yet another triple for him in the round. Mayan is backing on out. That's a great hit, in spite of actually being kind of slowed down. Yeah,
well, they didn't bother. They didn't get scared of that smoke at all. But what I was surprised about, maybe it was the utility that NIP threw. But the second player at the B bomb site with Fallen, with that smoke down, I felt like he could have had more of a presence to keep attention away from Fallen in that CZ for as long as possible. But I'm assuming he was blocked off by that crazy amount of utility that NIP brought into the round. Whether it was a flashbang, whether it was a smoke in his face. Fur wasn't able to be involved in the initial hit. So 10-6, NIP with a 4-round lead and the second pistol round in this map. All the cards starting to stack against MIBR, which is wild to think about after we witnessed that first map of Train. A map they're not great on here on Inferno. Both pistol rounds going against them.
Yeah, that's the start of something not really too comfortable for MIBR. See, one of the things they were struggling with, obviously, was that B bomb site, and the odds are really now tilting heavily in favor of NIP, as you can tell. That's so interesting, and I mean, I don't know how they're going to be working out that B bomb site. We saw NIP were less interested in trying to hold banana and just said, we'll try and do some damage with the grenades, we'll try and get some shots with the AWP, but otherwise we'll kind of leave it alone, and then we'll just have Twist looking at top mid. That was a good way to do it, and they were allowed to do that. So
yes.
That's pretty much all you want.
Klopski gonna lead the way with his Krieg. We've got Fur and KNG to defend. 4 Deagles and a Scout on this MIBR defense, and they're holding on to these smokes as long as possible. Still 3 left. Mayern's got a Molotov as well. But Fur wants to hold on to that, so does KNG, as long as possible. And I mean, this is pretty impressive to hold their nerve in this fashion. Although they don't realize Klopski's made it across. There's the smoke. Big gap in that. It is a useless smoke.
Yeah, that really did not help out. A shame, because I agree. They would have still had another one, so they could have probably put a lot of pressure on NIP, but the gap in it just made it essentially useless.
Yeah, no, it was a pointless smoke. Klopski doesn't even care whatsoever. So, pretty anticlimactic second round, but understandably, MIBR just going to back away, save these utility, all the Deagles, and they'll try again in the next round.
11 rounds for NIP. Even if you only have pistols on the other side of a smoke like that, if it does go down, if you're NIP and let's say the smoke actually is perfect and there is no gap and they just wait it out, because they could have done that. It was like 45 seconds, 50 seconds. They could have just said, oh, well, we'll wait it out. When the next one goes up, you have to start asking yourself, well, now do we also wait that one out? What if there's a third one? What if somehow they're smart and they've rotated another one? So maybe you make a mistake, right? That's what they're hoping for. That's the point of having that kind of a setup. But didn't really work out. It's 11-6. I'm hearing some counter cheering coming out in here.
Well, it's noticeable because we haven't heard much of it today or yesterday for that matter, but certainly something to get happy about now. Good entry from Klopski. 11-6. KNG has invested nothing into this round. He was the sole player to fall for MIBR. They've rebought a smoke to at least have 4 in this round, and a good tag from Fur.
Almost running with the Scout, wasn't he? Grenade. Man behind Fallen. And he'll just try and make himself look a little bit bigger than he is over at that bomb site with the Deagle. He's called him back up pretty quickly, but wanted to at least try and scare them away. And I mean, I think that's what a round like this would have to be shortly for MIBR, is hitting some Deagle headshots, doing damage with the Scout. You need to do something early on here.
Well, that's the question now. Once the Scout has got its initial tag, where does KNG position it to try and add on top of it? Remember, NIP has a lot of utility to use when they do attack a bomb site, so that Scout's going to be in some uncomfortable situations. This smoke at the B choke point is perfect. Klopski doesn't want to mess with it.
Yeah, no issues this time. 55 seconds. And NIP have enough grenades to do something with wherever they end up going. So it's not even like they've been pressured too much. Fallen is once again alone at the B bomb site.
Ooh, that's a good find from Lekro, and it's just making matters worse. MIBR had already evacuated away from the B bomb site to stack A, and that kill is just going to keep those players there for longer. So are the smokes, and Fallen's going to be all alone. So what does he have in store? Just the USP.
It's not a lot, is it?
It's sad.
He had a deagle earlier, didn't he?
He
throw
must have
that to
passed it
someone?
off to someone because he was tagged.
I mean, fair play. KNG wants to find a kill at the end, not going to be allowed to. And Lekro's already looking over at the other side with the Galil.
It's kind of a small detail, but don't underestimate the importance of Fur and Mayern especially saving and staying alive. They have armor. That's a big investment they wouldn't have to make in the next round. And, I mean, the scout, obviously, you can keep that and see if it's useful. Mayern, unfortunately, seems like he's going to go down. He turns, though. He spots it. Lekro's brought down low. Fur wants to hunt him down, wants that Galil, and they're going to get a rifle out of it. Oh, and Mayern adds knock. He spins, and he gets one towards Library. This is pretty decent. NIP's going to have to back away, not chase it down any longer. Mayern, he's getting greedy, though. He wants that weapon. It's just a UMP, runs the gauntlet, and he's going to keep it.
That really is getting them the most amount out of that round that you possibly could have. It's pretty interesting. 12-6.
And this is why I say don't underestimate the importance. Mayern is able, because he already has armor, he's able to drop over an AWP to KNG. Preserves $2,800 in the Opera's bank account as well. Fallen is given a Galil also, preserves a lot of money for him. So that might be another buy down the road for MIBR that they'll certainly need in a comeback of this magnitude.
It has to start right away, though, and look at the speed here behind Twist. He wanted to find that kill. I actually think that can definitely work out, but Fallen got the gun out just in time. And now instead they've been slowed down a bit. He's taking a lot of damage, and that's Fur with a follow-up headshot, dropping Plopsky right where he stood. 5 versus 3, and now MIBR really need to calm down. Just only thing you don't want to do is continue to fight and give this lead up.
Fur and Fallen even rotating and adjusting in a way that denies them from having any information of what's going on at the moment. They're putting a lot of faith in that smoke and the choke point. Fallen in position now with the Galil. KNG has rotated over also. He's got the AWP, and you have to imagine he wants to peek in behind this smoke, grab an angle.
Waiting for it. Could be a lineup, but yes, KNG's just quicker.
And I don't even mind necessarily, like you said, the fast play from Twist. You're kind of testing the water. He had an SMG to lead the way. Why not see if you can get lucky and find a kill on or a player that's not ready from MIBR? But from here, it's just been one by one walking to their doom. Good job from KNG. Nice, easy triple kill, and MIBR's on the board in this 4th round.
On the board and with so much more money now, all of a sudden, it's crazy how quickly that changed. Yeah, I mean, I think you saw as Fallen was falling back, he was shuffling between the weapon and the knife.
Yeah.
So he could have been caught very easily.
A number of times. Double op setup now as well for MIBR. They can have one at each bomb site. Although for the moment, they have both at A. It's Mayern and Fur to defend Banana. Fallen might go for a peek. He's got an off angle down towards middle. Not swinging wide just yet, and KNG and Halls.
Yeah, with Taco there as well. They've got that crossfire setup that can be really, really hard to break, and this is a huge off angle. Lekro, he's lucky to be alive, and oh, he wins the fight with a UMP? That is very unlikely. I thought for sure the Krieg would have been way, way more effective, but that's a weird outcome.
KNG hasn't flinched. Since his teammate went down, oh, the Molotov forces him forward. If he scopes here, Nock's going to know. I think KNG's certainly making this play, and he's going to lose. There's the peek. Good shot from Nock. An easy one. And now a 2-man advantage. That Molotov meant to force him back, and he pushes forward.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he actually checked for it, Nock, was pretty important. Maybe in a different world, he could have just assumed that that's it. Like, I can go and at least look at the stairs.
What a crazy, crazy advantage for NIP to have, really with not a whole lot of work of their own. A little bit of luck with the spam exchange between Lekro and Taco, but
I mean, the only one that could put a stick in their wheel right now is Fallen. And he has an AWP. He's been known to do it in the past. He's pretty good at the close range AWPing. Gonna be put to the test right now. 4 people coming his way. We'll pick up the first one. Probably realizing someone's coming in from that direction, just buying time. 25 seconds and they're falling back. Plopsky's just calling him to be bomb site. I'm not seeing anyone here. This is an amazing call for NIP.
And this is what we've been asking out of NIP players. The 3 maps that we saw to start their tournament was some initiative from the individuals, and Plopsky's taken it. He's cleared out this whole bomb site. He's essentially gotten them a free win because MIBR, they cannot rotate to even go for this retake. They must preserve the weapons, the money, and Plopsky's found his team an exit of a dangerous situation against Fallen. It's going to be 13-7.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I completely agree. That is one of the things we've been requesting. So, well done on Plopsky, taking that risk on his own and finding that opening. Didn't even need to fire any more bullets after that. 13-7. Oh, the Swedish team is really coming back in a big way right now. What do MIBR do? I mean, they were trying to be aggressive that round, and they got shut down on both those attempts up at the apartments.
Well, you can't have any more rounds like that. I mean, that's the first thing you say. You cannot have, if you're going to do that kind of an aggressive play as MIBR, you can't lose 2 players to it. I can't believe that Lekro actually wins this battle with the UMP. Taco, that's really unfortunate. The Tracer's giving away the angle, and KNG forced to be aggressive. Nox got an easy one.
There are so many uses for these little, we turn them all into GIFs and have a whole library. Ooh, that's a peak and a half. Rez executed Fallen right for the flames.
Using the nade smoke as well.
Yeah. In position, but Rez had it all figured out. And now they are still aggressing on the bomb side, still putting on some pressure.
They've rotated KNG over in time. The Molotovs slow him down just enough for him to get into position. All 5 players in Banana for NIP. They have to hit this.
They're so close to it. I mean, there's going to be no delay. Flashbang to get him off the angle. He peeks back in and Twist is ready, and First got no chance. Even if he gets 1 or 2 kills there, they probably still cannot save the round. A huge, beautiful hit here for NIP. 14-7 now, as the rest of MIBR are going to have to try and save the rifle somewhere else. They've just got a good read on what's going on right now. 19 kills on Twist, 17 on Lekro, but the rest are still doing pretty well.
I mean, that's just a pretty simple round, all things considered. Just walk up Banana, you get that pick on Fallen, and then just commit to Banana and go for a standard execute, standard set piece. These guns, incredibly valuable for MIBR, and Taco's already been spotted. Even if he wins this fight, I don't know if they'll be able to get away, although NIP pretty far back from building upon Lekro's aggression.
Yeah, it looks like he just kept it safe. Yeah, you're right. This is simple. Wow. KNG just... The little detail of the flashbang to force him off that's a nice detail.
Oh, and just the op getting into sliding into position to cover for that exact repeak. That's well done from NIP. Some nice theory crafting on hitting the bomb site.
NIP COO here and supporting the boys. So I think just recently took over that position. So.
Yeah, he had a great interview on HLTV as well.
Yep.
If you haven't checked that out, go dig deep into some of the news.
That's amazing. It's eating your own hand kind of tension we've got going on here. That's a good metric for it.
Cannibalistic. 2 rounds away, NIP, from winning this series.
14-7. It's not the outcome you were expecting. They were looking so flat, NIP, for at least half of this best of 3. And it was the first half, so you're all expecting that's it. It's more of the same. Yep. Great turnaround what we're seeing right now. A lot more confidence, a lot more flavor out of the NIP side. And that's really delightful. KNG close to the middle, and he can hear them running. The flashbangs are coming easy to get out. Taco can't see anything. They can't even help each other out. And that is an absolute breakthrough into the A-bomb site. Fur fighting out in the open, but you want to be really careful here. These rifles are everything right now to MIBR.
They've got to save them. There's no chance of getting back into that. And it's just off the back of This is a well-called half, and I don't know if maybe this is Threat's kind of game plan that he had coming into it or the game plan they crafted, but these are just simple pop flashes, and if you get a kill, you just keep going and you pile it on, and they get into the bomb site so quick and so convincing with so much utility left that MIBR just knows we can't even go for it because there's going to be another smoke, and then a Molotov, and then another smoke in these choke points.
I mean, that whole setup, right? With KNG sort of close, and he can hear them running, and he knows, well, if I stick around and take a shot, I'll be immediately traded by the next 2 or 3 guys coming around the corner.
Yeah.
So I have to hold back, but then falling back leaves Taco alone, and he was flashed in, in the same volley coming around the corner. That was very rough to watch. 15-7. Match point right now. Game point for NIP. MIB, they need 8 rounds in a row to try and bring it back. So far, they've only won a single one here in the second half.
There's a meme between Taco and Fallen in this kind of a situation.
What's the meme? Tell me.
What was it? They had that like 15-2 scoreline, and they said, "We're going to come back, don't worry." And then they lost it. Telling that story at the summit one day. I didn't do it justice.
That's fair enough. I appreciate that. You have to pretend, right? You have to try. At least they have rifles to fight for it here, MIBR. A good start would be much appreciated. 3-man stack at the B bomb site. KNG looking in the middle. It's a very similar setup to the one that NIP was running for a little bit. It looks like they might try and actually go for the retake at top banana, and it's traded right away. I like that style though from the CTs. I think that's always fun to see. KNG going to be put to the test now. Missing a chance, and he has to fall back off the angle. Still a minute left.
Well, here comes Taco. Big job to do. There's the first. He knows another one's coming. KNG bails him out of an elongated fight. He's going to go back for more. Still a chance for NIP, but KNG now he's starting to land his shots. They can recover the AWP. It's a costly win, but they'll take it.
All right. Now we've got it. Competing fan sections inside of the studio. That's very cool. That was a lot of trading going back and forth, right? Like all the way into the bomb site, and then in the end they didn't have enough manpower at the end in IP. So one step in the right direction.
Plenty of chances left though. Still 7 in a row now for MIBR. All 5 T players with Kriegs. The aggression doesn't work, and actually it almost goes horribly wrong. KNG brought down to 9 health. And still Taco. He wants to take a risk.
Yeah, I mean, now they're in that weird position. Not only KNG low on health, but they're sort of, 2A, 2B. If NIP just find one good entry, then there's not going to be much of a fight left. But they're being very careful about it so far. They still have a lot of grenades on the T side, whereas the same could not be said for MIBR. They're actually out of them.
They just used their last smoke just in the last 5 seconds. That's going to fade, and NIP's going to have free reign of this map, essentially. Taco's going to back off, and with KNG at low HP, the op can still do work, obviously, but maybe just good for one. He's trapped in Graveyard as well. There's nowhere to go after he shoots that shot, so if they do commit to A, Taco is going to have a very important role to play. But instead, they're going to split the B bomb site.
Twist is just, he's going to go down. That's part of the split already gone. That's a huge play for Taco, and he was flashed in, I believe. Fur and Fallen now over at the B bomb site. Can they hold on? A single kill to start it off would be great, and boost it up. It's going to be one. He almost gets the spray through. Out of bullets, though, and Fallen, 24 seconds. He's just hiding behind this pillar and still staying alive, and that's really annoying. NIP going to have to go and hunt him down. It's a pretty good jump, but still a 1 versus 3 here at 14 seconds, and there's no way Nort could do this. He just needs to, they need to slow it down. There's no point. Just wait for him to try and put the bomb plant down, and then they take him down. 15-9. That's a triple kill in this round for Taco. Right, and remember, he started this match off, this map especially, really not in a great fashion.
That was the biggest, Taco just made the biggest play. That pop flash to come through the smoke on Rap side, it was the smoke used for the T's to get into CT spawn. He calls for it from KNG.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, because that gives away the game. One player trying to make it to CT spawn, it just kind of puts all the alarm bells onto that mid to B split. That B is the final option. 15-9, and finally NIP out of money after this investment.
Couple of grenades landing at Popsky's feet. And again, he's playing a bit of a forward position with the UMP. Happy to take that fight if he can find it. But not really being given the opportunity yet. KNG on the already arch position, so they've got a lot of information already. MIBR feeling safe for the minute. Oh,
MIBR setting up those delayed utility, the delayed smoke and Molotov for a top banana take. Maybe just trying to get some information. Fallen at the corner. They've handled this pretty well. They haven't fallen prey to it too much. Another wide swing pass, and they're going to move forward, but the Molotov in their face. Fur might be able to do something with this. Molotov puts it out. Oh, and into Tracers. He couldn't track him fast enough. Fallen is so blinded, he's down. This is a knockout punch from Rez, pushing through the smoke, and now holding back the retake as well.
Doing a fair bit of damage. The follow-up is there for Lekru. Instant headshot. I don't know how they could do this. Mayon and KNG coming in from one side, but there's 4 people for NIP waiting. They even have another smoke from Nork that they could set up and even block them off further. This should, by all means, be absolutely impossible here for MIBR. Even if they've tried their best, this should be the end of the road here. NIP taking all the strength to get back on the first map, and here we go. 16-9. They bring it to a close and take down MIBR. 2-1. That's a great comeback overall in the series. They looked very. I mean, even towards the beginning there on Vertigo, it was looking really rough.
It's a comeback overall in the event, in the week. I mean, if you had asked me after what we saw from the matchup they had against FaZe yesterday, I wouldn't have had them as winning a series here. In fact, I didn't. I had them losing today to MIBR. They looked flat, and even for most of this series. So that NIP we saw on Inferno, the second half of Vertigo, that's the one we want to see game in, game out.